Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. How are we all? I hope we're all okay. We're all keeping well, fit and healthy. A little bit healthier and fitter than me. Not feeling exactly 100% today, so won't be that long a stream. But in this stream, we're going to be talking a little bit about an interesting Conor Gallagher report. We'll be talking this ludicrous Weston Mckennie rumour, as well as we're going to be talking a little bit about an interesting report coming out around Lois Openda and Chelsea. So some really good things to talk about in this video. Just want to say, though, if you're watching this and you're new, give a subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And yeah, I hope everyone's all right, having a good day. Donna's here. Donna, what a surprise that Donna's here, eh? You saw my PR magic about Weston Mckennie to get us fans excited. That's how Donna does PR. Don't trust Donna's PR. I'll say that now. Don't trust her. Hi, JC, mate. How are you? Afternoon. Oh, please tell me Mckennie isn't happening. I'll tell you all in a minute. Don't worry, mate. Afternoon, Tom. How are you, mate? I hope you're all right. So I'm going to get in and get started. Like I said, I'm not 100%, so I won't be doing a 45-minute, an hour stream here. Something like 20, 30 minutes maybe. And I will start, obviously, with the man on the thumbnail himself, Mr. Conor Gallagher. So coming from the Standard, they said that Spurs fear it will be difficult to sign Conor Gallagher this summer with the midfielder wanting to remain at Chelsea. I think at some point, look, don't get me wrong, if Ange's like, no, we need to get him, at some point you're going to have to just kind of go, this might take forever to sort and it may not even get sorted. So let's just move on, you know? Again, if it's what Ange wants, then fine, you got to try. But let's not let this thing drag way into being, you know, something we're still looking at in later July, early August, because at the end of the day, we want to get players in before we go on tour. We want the majority of our business done before the tour, if possible. All right. So yeah, for me, I'm kind of like looking at it as a bit of as one of those that is like, look, if Ange truly wants him, then obviously you have to give Ange what he wants, and you have to try to give Ange what he wants. But this looks like a pain in the backside deal, to be honest. All is well, JC. Thanks, mate. Afternoon, Liam. I'm all right, mate. How are you? Afternoon, Hogan, mate. Sonia, how are we? I'll talk about Mckennie in a minute, Caleb. Don't worry. Don't jump the gun. Afternoon, Bashdani, mate. How are you? And Gallagher will not come. Yeah, I'm not sure on Gallagher at the moment. Again, if Ange wants Gallagher, Ange wants Gallagher, you know. But to be honest, it's I don't know about you. I'm bored of talking about it. I really am bored of talking about Gallagher. And some of you may be quite bored of listening to it. And I'm only talking about it because it's just people ask me updates on Gallagher all the time. And, you know, and I'm not digging those people out. I'm not saying, you know, that I'm bored of talking about it because they ask me questions. They ask me questions to get my views. And that's absolutely fine. And obviously I'll always answer it. But isn't it just sort of nice to talk about actual players that don't want to spend the next 2 or 3 months screwing their own club over and screwing their own career potentially over? I'm not saying Gallagher is or not. Don't put words in my mouth there. But he obviously wants to wait to the end of the Euros, which I totally get. But Chelsea are looking at it going, well, we got 11 days. We may need to sell you. You know? But then again, it could be a situation where Chelsea go, actually, we can sell enough to get us by for this year. And that's the thing. They, per year, need to get past every single year for the next few years. Because obviously, if you spend 1.12 billion in the space of about 18 months, you might have an issue there, you know? And they might go, actually, we can sell enough this summer to get us away from FFP charges. We can use Gallagher as a sale past July 1st, you know. Mr. Annie, Donna's PR is just to get innocent Tottenham fans excited. Well, agreed, mate. All good, thanks. Conor is so underwhelming, on my opinion. What happening with Ivan Toney? Agree personal terms, just need to agree fee. I don't think there's really anything in the situation of we've agreed personal terms. Although, the thing is with like personal terms looking on an Ivan Toney, that just isn't that difficult, you know. You could easily pay him double what he's on at Brentford, you know. We don't need to be like Man United who go, you're on 50 grand. How does £500,000 a week? I know you're desperate to come here, but want to make sure you're happy with your money, which Man United do terribly well. My PR is like Mr. Andy's beautiful eyes. It shows dreams, but those dreams never come true. Give over. Hey, Marshall, mate, how are you? I suspect if the hotel deal goes through, Chelsea are selling no one. That said, I think we need to drop this deal. Yeah, but that, Daryl, would only fix for this summer. July 1st is technically like another summer. They have to sell again. It's not something that this one summer, once they sell players, they're done and away from FFP. They'll be on the hook with FFP for years. So they may need to still. I still expect Chelsea to be selling off quite a few players, regardless. Big up, Darius, mate. How are you, buddy? Hope you're all right. So there's that on Conor Gallagher. Right, moving on. I want to talk about Weston Mckennie. So it came out. God, I can't even remember who put it out, saying that Spurs have hijacked the deal for Weston Mckennie when he's supposed to be going to Aston Villa as part of the Douglas Luiz swap deal, right? Panic averted. Fabrizio Romano was the one that nuked this. It wasn't Alistair Gold. I'm not going to give credit to Alistair Gold because he wasn't the one that got it first. Give it to Romano. He said that Tottenham are not working on a deal to sign Weston Mckennie. Talks between Juventus and Villa for Douglas Luiz, Illing Jr. and McKennie swap deal remain ongoing. The key point remains exit conditions to be agreed between McKennie and Juve, which I'm going to assume, because I don't care enough about this deal, if I'm honest, I'm assuming Weston McKennie wants the payout of his contract. That's my guess, Yeah, Caleb, that's what I said, mate. That's what I said. They still have issues. They'll still need to sell. But yeah, like sometimes this is what I mean. You can't, you can't always see what you read on the internet and assume it's true. We talk about it. It doesn't mean it's, it's always true. We talk about it and we kind of sort of work through it. With this one, why on earth would Juve want a different club to come in for Weston McKennie when it's so pivotal to their Douglas Luiz deal? Makes no sense, doesn't it? Lightning strike Romano. He ruined my whole day by telling the truth. I know, he's terrible. No, Andy, it fixes. They found a loophole. They're selling hotels. Some might fix this problem. Guess money talks. Marshall, it fixes potentially this summer. It does not fix summers going on, mate. Because they're on the hook for, you think of Caicedo, Mudryk, Fernandes. They're probably still paying off of Lukaku, no doubt. Robert Sanchez, Malo Gusto, Palmer, Sterling, Jackson, Cucurella. There's probably more, but they every summer are having to pay out money every single summer and every year for these players. So as soon as July 1st hits, they're already on the hook for, I'd say anywhere between 50 and 100 million already on players, at least, So that's why it may fix this one summer. It won't fix from July 1st onwards. All right. Get Kobe Mainoo. Absolutely not happening. Absolutely not happening. Hey, Daniel, mate, how are you? Miss Annie, did you buy the hoodie from H&M? No, I didn't. Technically speaking, there you go. It's from ASOS. I'm late for the news. Do you think we can get Weston McKennie from Juventus, and do you think we can bring someone to Ange's system? We're not going for Weston McKennie, Chris. You've literally just missed me talking about how it's not true. So someone put it out, and then Romano dunked on it and said it's not true. Yeah, Marshall, they've not fixed their FFP issue, buddy. I'll promise you that. All right. So there is that. Right. So moving on, because I want to talk. Actually, just really quickly, this is for me. I just want to check the Euro fixtures for today. We've got Croatia, Albania at 2:00. You've got Germany, Hungary at 5, Scotland, Switzerland at 8. I tell you what, Scotland have to win that game. There's something about that game that I just, if they get a draw, I just don't think it's enough. Gives me the heebie-jeebies. Croatia, Albania. Why is it that I think Croatia, Albania is going to be a really solid game? Sorry, I've kind of just jumped away for a second. I think Croatia, Albania might be a really good game. Go on, Luca. Thank God we're not going for him. Yeah, we're not going for him. Um, oh, he showed me brand of hoodie. Maybe I should ask for the brand of something else too. Mr. Andy, what brand of tank tops do you wear? I don't know, Nike? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really a fashion guru. So yeah, there's that on obviously Weston Mckennie, and obviously we've talked about Conor Gallagher. So moving on, this one was weird, and Team Talk put it out there, and I think if you look at it through the lens of how we look at our situation of transfers, where you have anywhere between sort of like 5 and 10 players for a position of interest. So if it's a centre back, you've got 5 to 10 centre backs on that list, right? Because obviously, if you only have two and you don't get those two, you're kind of screwed, aren't you? You want to have a big old selection. Well, Team Talker put it out there that they said for, I guess, us all to keep an eye on Lois Openda and Chelsea's search for new attackers. Now, obviously, with a new man in charge in Maresca, what's the situation there? Because they might change how they want to play. Nicholas Jackson is fantastic between 118-yard line and the other. Inside an attacking box, absolutely hasn't got it going on. But yeah, they obviously, they have probably a Openda playing balls in behind from Palmer. You could see it. It could work, Heavy buffer in Australia. Hope all is good. Thank you, Janice. Hope you're all right. And is it true that Spurs agree Thames returning? No, Chris. Roberto Martinez will stitch Portugal up. That was a strange line yesterday. I thought Mendes was all right, but he was also playing at centre back. Play him at left back in his actual position. I thought Leao was quite wasteful. Beat Kufal, but then had no delivery really going on. Thought Bruno was a bit meh. Vitinha looked a player though. I tell you what, Vitinha was bloody good. But it's one of those where it's like England. They try and cram in too much talent into a starting 11 instead of playing. You got to think that team should have had Pedro Neto starting on the right wing, or even Leao going to the right wing and Jota on the left or whatever, having that balance. But hey, I'm not the man in charge. But he's gone from being the Belgian manager of their golden generation to now a golden generation of Portugal. Afternoon, Fred, mate. How are you? Are there any links regarding Noosa? Yeah, that's died. Goodbye, Mbappe. He'll be back for the knockouts, supposedly, Riley. Chelsea have Mascara. Oops, Maresca. They could have Mascara. You never know. Do you think we'll sign Eze? I think we will. The Openda deal is unlikely as a 65 million release score for 2025, which is unless there's an offer excess 100 million would tempt them to sell because they know they can get use out of him next season. I'm not saying this. Let's be honest, mate. Any deal is difficult in football. It doesn't matter if it's me signing for someone or Openda. What I'm saying is, when we talk about fits and things like that, I don't mind him at Chelsea. Let's see what Leipzig do, because obviously they've lost Xavi Simons from his loan deal. I don't think they'll get him back on loan for next year. I think he's going back out on loan. I don't think PSG are going to be having him in the first team, which I find a bit odd. What happens with Dani Olmo? I think that's the crucial part in all this. What happens with Dani Olmo? Do they sell him? Because he does fancy a move. So there is that. Should we get Kai Havertz? No. I would rather me play instead of Kai Havertz. Terrible. Hopefully he doesn't come back. Otherwise, Kyle Walker has to get busy. Who doesn't come back? I must have missed that. After what I saw yesterday, I fancy Turkey to get a result against Portugal. Maybe. Like I said to you, Portugal are that team that are either going to go out in the groups or they're going to really cause some issues. They're not one of those teams that are a bit half-assed. They're always going to give issues. If they pull in England, let's be honest, are you picking England over Portugal? History-wise, I'm not picking England over Portugal. I'll probably have to pick Portugal. I think as long as they change the team, I think they need to work more on the balance side of things. Bruno Fernandes is not a centre mid, in my opinion. I like the Vitinha shout. They need to drop the back three. Straight off the bat, drop the back three. Play Mendes at left back. Play Cancelo at right back. Pepe and Diaz is fine. Not a big deal there. Although you could play Goncalo Inacio, which I think is better than Pepe just because of age. You could play a Vitinha and a Paulinho even. And I tell you what, defensively, you'd be sound as an absolute rock. Then you can play in front of them Bruno or a Bernardo, but let's be honest, Bernardo's better than Bruno, so you play him. Left wing, play your Leao. Right wing, play your Pedro Neto. And up front, you got Ronaldo. That's a much better team than what they were mucking around with yesterday. Just came online. Any deal that seems likely this week? Right now, Chelsea, mate, unlikely. I'd say it's unlikely right now, but unless you're talking about sales, then the Emerson Spence of this world may be the ones that you're talking about. Mbappe. Oh, yeah. Well, no, he'll be back. He'll have a mask, so he'll be back in the knockouts. They said, to be honest. That's a terrible dream, Donna. I agree with you. Yeah, exactly. I just think they've got no balance. Right, I want to talk about this is impactful for us. It's technically not about us, but it is impactful for us because obviously we play Leicester first game of the season. So supposedly the next manager of Leicester actually won't be Graham Potter. It won't be. It'll be Steve Cooper, the former Forest manager, which apparently I just think Potter thinks I can get the England manager's role, which that is a really bad shout in terms of what we could potentially get instead. I'd rather a guy that absolutely, well, he started to turn Chelsea around than the guy that absolutely nuked Chelsea even further with all of his Brighton team at Chelsea. So, yeah, well, Steve Cooper going in. Obviously, Steve Cooper used to be manager of Forest, got them up from the Championship, kept them up in the Premier League for the first season, got sacked just after playing against us earlier on this year. Good manager. I like Steve Cooper. I just think the Forest are a bit of a crap fest, if I'm honest. You want to see Jamie Vardy play once again. Well, he signed a 1-year contract with Leicester, so you should see him. You like Steve Cooper, Daniel? I don't mind Steve Cooper. I think he's decent. Hey, mate, what have I missed? Teddy, mate, you're 16 minutes late. How dare you? All right. No, basically, we talked about Gallagher. We talked about Weston Mckennie. We also talked about Lois Openda in Chelsea. We talked about those a lot. Interesting stuff, but yeah, McKennie's not happening. We know that. Water sports. Right. Okay. Obviously, like the video, by the way, if you haven't already. Helps with getting new people in to watch. And obviously, subscribe if you're new. All right. You're welcome to join us. It's a good little community. I wish we had Vardy at Spurs. I'm glad we don't. So there is that. So just apparently Luke Shaw is still not getting fit for the England game. Yeah, Holland played Poland without Lewandowski, and now France without Mbappe. The voodoo is something else. If we play at Holland, we'll be missing Kane or Bellingham for sure. You already know. Apparently, Arsenal and Man United are considered front runners for Elise. I thought it'd be Chelsea, to be honest. I need to claim the service. Saying, yeah, tell you, I forgot, mate. I forgot. I was not feeling very well after the stream yesterday evening, so I kind of just went to bed. Donna's on one today, lads. Donna's on one today. So I'm just reading on this Weston Mckennie deal. Apparently, Weston Mckennie wants €4 million after tax plus a payoff. But then apparently that Moyes Keane may be put into the deal as an alternative, but they're not sure if Villa want him. Villa won't want him, I don't think. Yeah, that's a weird deal. Sorry, I'm ignoring you all. Sorry. Annie, what would you rather see, England winning Euros or Spurs winning the treble next year? Give me the treble. Who is that? McKennie. Yeah, McKennie. So it was reported that we were interested in McKennie, and then Romano dunked on it and said we're not. Why wasn't Henry at Brentford picked or Mitchell at Palace? Mitchell at Palace, yeah. Henry's been injured pretty much all year, Daniel, mate. Jesus Christ, Donna. McKennie's not the one for us. I hope it's not true. It is not true. Don't worry, mate. I need to go now. See you later. See you later, Teddy, mate. I will look at your DM, mate. Don't worry. I'll try and sort myself out and stop being such an ill man. Still want my summer fruit squash, but I'll try my best. That's all right, Daniel. We don't always all know everything. Don't always know everything. I sometimes get things wrong, buddy. It's all right. So obviously, looking at the games this evening, obviously we've got the 5 o'clock game, which is the Germany-Hungary game. We've got Scotland, Switzerland at 8. I'll be back obviously at 7 talking some more football. Tomorrow, though, England play at 5. So that'll be really... Oh, Spain-Italy at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Yes, please. We'll be talking, obviously, just after the England game tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have some good stuff to talk about from that game. To be honest, if the Slovenia-Serbia game goes as a draw and England win, England have done their group. They're already finishing top. So that at least would allow Southgate to change a few players, see what else he's got. So yeah, that'll be nice. And then looking at, there's no other games that might get in the way or anything like that. No, that's fine. 2, 5, and 8 is such a nice selection of game times. It doesn't interfere with any of my streams, which is bloody gorgeous. Looking at going forward, by the way, when we do the second channel live streams of like football watch-alongs and things like, obviously football watch-alongs we on the times where the game is actually on itself, but you know, in times that we're doing any other uploads, there might be more so the morning, way ahead of the 12 o'clock stream, and then any live streams that we do for like anything in the after, it'll be in the afternoon with gaming and things like that. So that'll be in the afternoon. All right. So if you weren't aware, that's what I'm doing. It is the other channel. I will just put the link to the other channel in case you haven't subscribed to it, which, you know, definitely do. Not every video is going to be for everyone, but there'll definitely be videos where you can sort of chill with me, watching football, chat some rubbish. And also there'll be other things related in there that you might enjoy. Yeah, I agree with you, Sonia. Mr. Andy, your stream should be more long, especially with your morning show. I'm working when you do your night stream. Well, when there's things to talk about, there's things to talk about. If there's not, they're not very long. Or if I'm not feeling very well like today, they won't be very long. But yeah, there's the new channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Very much appreciative if you do that. This week will be videos going up on that channel. When exactly? Probably at the end of the week for sure. But if obviously something goes up beforehand, I'll let you know. But yeah, for sure, it'll be up at the end of the week. I'm going to try and not go out drinking this weekend if possible. And we'll definitely do some stuff on there this weekend. Videos regarding what? It could be gaming videos. It could be gym related stuff. It could be football related stuff. You know, I've got a few ideas of what I want to make that channel going forward. It's going to be a real selection, maybe even 2 videos on there a day. One in the sort of morning, one in the afternoon. Yeah, it's going to be a right old selection of stuff. Have you tried laughing exercise in the mornings? I have my normal breakfast and then I go to the gym. That's my breakfast. That's my exercise. I want to see gym related stuff. Well, there'll be some stuff on there depending if people want that stuff to be on there. David subscribe. Appreciate that, David. Thank you very much, mate. Will you show the guns to Donna? No, I will not. I will not be doing such a thing. But yeah, there'll be stuff on there that we can all sort of contribute to and what you guys want to see as well. So it won't just be all me. But, you know, if you guys want to, if you guys are, for example, subscribing to that channel thinking there's football watch longs, all I care about, then that's what will be on there for. If there's people that want to see the more gym stuff, you'll be able to have the videos there. If there's the gaming stuff, obviously they'll be there. But the gaming stuff will be more live stream, so we can all enjoy it. And I might even enjoy playing some games with some of you, you know. So there you have it. Right, I am gonna head off. All right, I'm gonna try and get some rest. And yeah, be back for 7 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your days, guys. Enjoy the football. Obviously, I'm looking forward to it as well. Enjoy the 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 8 o'clock. I'll be back at 7 to talk some more Spurs with you. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys, and I'll speak to you all in a bit. Take care.